You don't get a cozy egg buried in warm sand or a mother's watchful eye. Nope, you're assembled in a sterile lab like some kind of prehistoric IKEA furniture, except the instructions are written in genetic code and nobody bothered reading the warnings. Your DNA cocktail includes T-Rex, Velociraptor, cuttlefish, tree frog, and a bunch of other stuff the scientists threw in because apparently regular dinosaurs weren't scary enough. You're basically the smoothie of the dinosaur world, and trust me, nobody asked for this flavor combination. Your first view of the world comes through thick glass walls, fluorescent lights humming overhead. No jungle canopy, no volcanic landscape, just concrete and steel. You've got a sibling who hatched before you, and right away you can feel the tension. This enclosure barely fits one apex predator, let alone two. Your sibling's already figured out the feeding schedule, knows where the crane drops the meat. But here's the thing about being genetically engineered killing machines trapped in a box together. Only one of you is making it to adolescence. The fight happens when you're barely a month old. Your sibling thinks they've got the upper hand, being older and all. They strike first, those enhanced claws slashing through the air. But you've got something special brewing inside that genetic soup of yours. Your skin starts shifting, blending with the concrete walls behind you. Your sibling's confused, snapping at shadows while you circle around. One moment of hesitation is all you need. Your jaws close around their neck, and suddenly you're an only child. The taste of victory is literally your first real meal that wasn't delivered by crane. Growing up in solitary confinement does wonders for your personality. By the time you're a year old, you've memorized every inch of your paddock. 40 feet high, they said. Thermal sensors, motion detectors, the works. You test the walls daily, leaving claw marks that get higher each week. The humans watch from their observation deck, scribbling notes like you're some science fair project. Little do they know you're watching them right back, learning their patterns, their weaknesses. Your days blend together in mind-numbing routine. Food drops at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Always dead. Always cattle. You miss the thrill of the hunt so much, you start playing games with your food, tossing carcasses around just to feel something. Sometimes you arrange the bones in patterns, other times you see how high you can fling a rib cage. The feeding crane becomes your only entertainment, and you've memorized every squeak and groan it makes. The walls feel closer every day, pressing in on your massive frame. You're built to roam territories spanning miles, not pace the same quarter-acre until you've worn grooves in the ground. Even your dreams are confined to this concrete box, your sleeping mind unable to imagine anything beyond these walls. By age 2, you're pushing 30 feet long and getting smarter by the day. That cuttlefish DNA kicks in hard, letting you change color like some oversized mood ring. Angry? You flash red patterns. Hunting mode? You disappear into whatever background you choose. But the real kicker is the thermal regulation from those tree frogs. You can mask your heat signature, basically becoming invisible to those fancy sensors they're so proud of. The crane operators get sloppy. After hundreds of feeding sessions, they lower their guard. You've been watching, waiting, planning. Today, instead of going for the meat, you go for the crane itself. Your claws catch the cable, and for one glorious moment, you feel the mechanism strain against your weight. Alarms blare. Humans scramble. They shock you back with those electric prods. But you've made your point. You're not just some attraction. You're a ticking time bomb. Your intelligence surpasses anything they anticipated. Those Velociraptor genes didn't just give you killer claws, they gave you problem-solving abilities that would make a chess champion jealous. You start testing systematic weak points in your enclosure. You remember which sections of the wall the workers repair most often. You notice when shifts change, when security gets lazy. Every piece of information gets filed away in your massive brain. 3 years old, and you're done playing nice. The isolation has twisted something inside you. You don't just want out anymore. You want revenge for every day spent in this concrete prison. You've grown to full size, 40 feet of pure predatory perfection. Your hide can shrug off small arms fire. Your bite force could crush a car. And those humans? They still think their little walls can hold you. You discover your most terrifying ability by accident. While scratching at the walls, you notice the workers can't see you on their heat sensors when you're perfectly still. The tree frog DNA allows you to regulate your body temperature to match your surroundings. You practice this new trick religiously, holding position for hours until you've mastered it. Your muscles scream in protest, but you push through the pain. You learn to slow your heartbeat, control every twitch, become a living statue. Combined with your camouflage, you're essentially a ghost. The workers walk right past you during inspections, close enough that you could reach out and touch them. You don't. Yet. The day of your escape starts like any other. Scratch marks on the wall, suspiciously high ones. The humans panic, thinking you've climbed out. They open the paddock door to investigate. Rookie mistake. You've been invisible this whole time. Body temperature matched to the tropical air, skin mimicking the concrete wall. You wait until they're inside, then make your move. Freedom tastes better than any cattle they ever dropped from that crane. Your first real hunt in the wild is intoxicating. No walls, no schedules, just pure instinct. Those enhanced senses pick up everything. Heartbeats from 100 yards away, fear pheromones in the air, the electromagnetic signatures of living creatures. You're not just hunting for food anymore. After years of captivity, you're hunting for sport, for the sheer joy of being the apex predator you were designed to be. But here's the problem with being a genetic cocktail. You don't fit anywhere. Real dinosaurs would reject you as an abomination. You have no pack, no territory, no natural place in any ecosystem. You're a living weapon without a war, stalking through jungles that were never meant to contain something like you. Every kill just emphasizes how alone you are. No mate will ever accept you. No offspring will carry on your twisted legacy. The humans mobilize everything against you. Helicopters, armed teams, tracking devices. But you're smarter than they gave you credit for. You use your camouflage to ambush search parties. Your thermal masking makes their heat-seeking equipment useless. For a brief, glorious time, you're winning. The whole island is your domain. And everything that moves is prey. You track down those velociraptors they're using to hunt you. Part of you recognizes kindred spirits in them, that shared DNA calling out. But when you try to communicate, to establish dominance, something goes wrong. Your calls are all wrong, a jumbled mix of species that never learn to speak the same language. You're an outsider even among your closest genetic relatives. The final showdown comes at the old park. You're facing off against the T-Rex, the genetic template they started with before deciding to play mix and match. She's scarred, battle-tested, a survivor from the original park. This fossil should be easy prey, but somehow she keeps getting back up. Every time you throw her down, she rises again with that primal fury that can't be engineered in a lab. Then those raptors turn on you, choosing their human pack over their genetic cousin. Blue leads the charge, and you realize with bitter irony that these creatures have something you never will. Loyalty. Even in your final moments, you're alone, ganged up on by creatures that should recognize you as family. As you're dragged toward the lagoon edge, bleeding from 100 wounds, you realize the ultimate joke. All those enhancements, all that genetic tampering, and you're about to be fish food. The Mosasaurus erupts from the water, jaws wide enough to swallow your enhanced bulk whole. Your last thought as those massive teeth close around you? At least its enclosure is bigger than yours was. Maybe being a snack beats being a science experiment. Gulp.